Today we're diving deep into one of the hottest topics in the Bitcoin world. Can zero point 0.1 Bitcoin really make you a millionaire? Could you actually retire on just 0.1 Bitcoin? Grab your popcorn because this episode is about to get real.
Party, that ball. Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
The thing that's so wild about this asset is the way that it can really move and move fast. And that's why I say, like the hedge funds that are short this stuff, they're about to have a deeply religious experience. I mean, they don't understand. They don't understand that this shit can go up, 50, 100, 150% in months. Those shorts are going to get covered so goddamn fast.
That's right, Lawrence. Those shorts are about to get wrecked. And why is that? Because Bitcoin is on a rocket ship to the moon. And we're not talking small numbers here. We're talking 0.1 Bitcoin being worth $1 million. You can sell your dirty dollars for only 10 sats. 10 sats will be generational wealth. Now you might be thinking, how is this even possible? Well, let's break it down. Right now, 0.1 Bitcoin is worth around 63,000. Doesn't sound like much, right? But hold on to your hats, because in 20 years, 0.1 Bitcoin could be a major game changer. I love this from Pax Huddle. The question is moot without start date and location of retirement. If the plan is to retire in 10 years in Mexico, even 1 Bitcoin may be a lot. But if you plan to retire in a Western country in 5 years, you would need 10 Bitcoin. In 20 years, 0.1 Bitcoin could be worth as much as an S&P 500 company. Did you hear that? In 20 years, 0.1 Bitcoin could be worth as much as an S&P 500 company.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Think about that. And if you start stacking sats now, you could retire like royalty. Hey, Pax Huddle, you dropped your crown, king. I love this tweet here. Now imagine your kids at their graduation saying their dream job is owning a Bitcoin mining facility.
He wants to own a Bitcoin mining facility.
Everyone might laugh now, but in the future, he'll be the one laughing all the way to the bank. No, wait. His passport signing device. Here's the deal. If you have 0.1 Bitcoin, you're already ahead of the curve. And with a conservative growth rate, 0.1 Bitcoin could be enough to retire comfortably by 2038. Again, let's do some 10th grade math. Most people will not be able to reach 1 Bitcoin, and 73.7 compound annual growth rate is likely to reduce over time. Let's do some math for a person who holds 0.1 BTC and assume a more conservative compound annual growth rate of 50%. Even still, 0.1 Bitcoin should be enough to retire before 2038. So owning 0.1 Bitcoin might not seem like much today, but trust me, it's a big deal. In the future, not even 1% of the global population will have that. We are that early. Hey, you're gonna love this Lawrence Lepard clip, but first you boltards need to make number go up. Hey, like, subscribe, and pay homage to our sponsors, the Bitcoin Way. Guys, being that we live in clown world, it's pretty easy to understand the why Bitcoin, but over at the Bitcoin Way, that's where you're gonna learn how to Bitcoin. Check out their newly revamped website. If you're looking to become a master of Bitcoin self-custody, no one makes it easier. From setting up your first wallet node to inheritance planning to everything Bitcoin sovereignty, they got you covered. Hey, and if you're looking to get started, you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with the Bitcoin Way using that link in the show notes. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Let's hear from Lawrence Lepard again. This time he's dropping a bombshell. Bitcoin is going to $10 million. That's right, making 0.1 Bitcoin worth $1 million cuckbucks. Roll the clip.
And the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is just how much better they're going to be if they do adopt this versus if they don't. You don't want to screw this call up. I mean, your progeny are going to hate you if you knew about this shit and you didn't buy it. I mean, they're just going to absolutely hate you, and they're going to think you're a legend if you sacrificed and didn't buy that expensive car and bought a whole coin instead, because that whole coin is going to be worth 10 million bucks. Not that far out, by the way. To me, it's all pretty obvious, and yet most people are asleep at the switch and they don't see it, or their biases are preventing them from buying it. And I get it. I mean, that's the way things get adopted, but the earlier you adopt this, the better off you'll be.
Boom! You heard it here, folks. Bitcoin to 10 million, making your 0.1 Bitcoin worth a cool million. And if that doesn't get you all hot and bothered, well, I don't know what will. Now let's talk about the future. What does this mean for you? Well, according to Michael Saylor, owning 0.1 Bitcoin could be crucial. We just experienced the halving. That means Bitcoin just got scarcer and even more valuable. Not to mention, GigaChat also highlights the launch of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, which has made Bitcoin more accessible to the institutional investors. Hey, at the end of the day, this means more demand and higher prices. Plus, with fair value accounting, companies might start reallocating assets to Bitcoin. We're seeing it now. well. Don't forget Bitcoin's unique scarcity with a cap of 21 million. As more people and institutions realize this, the demand skyrockets. The future is bright for Bitcoin, and owning 0.1 BTC could set you up for life. It's a groundbreaking innovation with the potential to redefine our economic, social, and political landscapes. So what are you waiting for? Start stacking sats, hold on tight, and enjoy the ride. Because the revolution is here, and Bitcoin's leading the charge. Space Monkey!
Ready to sacrifice himself for the greater good.
Click now to watch Dell Computers looking to outstack Michael Saylor. Give us a pound. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, fuck you.